I wanted to just say some words, just one about how grateful I am, and then two, talk about how your donations work, right? What do they actually go to? So first, again, thank you all for being here. Today was a blast. I always have a blast, and I know you have a blast. Can you raise your hand if this is your first tournament? Give me a round of applause. I love it. I know there are a lot more than most of not. That's fine. And also, raise your hand if this is not your first tournament. Give yourself a round of applause. Come on. 17 years, that's wild. So I want to thank my fellow board members, all of you. It's a volunteer board. You all you dive into this work, you put in the time, you work for children's eyesight. And that one is just, it should make you feel fantastic because the work you do really matters. And we have outcomes that show that the work we're doing works. As Dr. Jumper said, right? I mean, the bricks we're laying, they're adding up and they're leading to real change, which is fantastic. I want to thank Deborah and Sarah, our hard-working employees. Thank you so much for what you're doing. I am always cognizant that all of us would not be standing here today if it weren't for Tina and Ed McGovern. And I want to give you a kiss and hugs and applause because this foundation started with a promise from my parents to me saying, "You have this disease. We're not going to stop until we find a cure for this disease." And it's that promise that has led Nagar here, Dr. Jumper, Joe Voller. It's led every single one of you right here. It's that promise to an 11-year-old kid that we are not going to stop until we find a cure for this disease. And that is incredible, right? I mean, they are a special two people, and I just really wanted to recognize that, and I love you. So. I'll keep this portion brief because, it's Friday night, and I know people have got places to be, but this past weekend, I was lucky enough to join some of the fellow board members and Dr. Jumper at the APR conference, and one thing that Joe mentioned, and I'll reiterate, is that we talk about our education grants, right? I mean, the money that goes to the education grants. And what does that mean, right? I mean, it sounds like, I'm paying for a doctor to go to a conference. What does that mean? I've been to conferences, I'm like, I don't pay attention. So, but this conference is the leading conference for doctors of pediatric retina, doctors. Now, when these people are presenting, I feel like a caveman. Like, I don't understand what they're saying, but I'm like, yeah, go for it. Yeah, this is great. But the way they're taking notes, the way they're taking pictures of the presentations, this is the way that they learn how to treat Coates disease. And I take it for granted that I just think, everybody knows about Coates disease. All these ophthalmologists know about Coates disease, but they really don't. And us providing the grants that allow young doctors to travel to these conferences and learn what Coates disease is, how to treat it, it spreads it around the world, and it allows treatment to take place in places that it wasn't able to do before. And we sponsored one of the keynote addresses that Dr. Jumper gave. So the work you are doing directly leads to better treatment of Coates disease around the world. And that is fantastic. That is really fantastic. So finally, I just want to say that I really love each and every one of you who has come here. I mean, I grew up in this foundation. I know Darius has as well, and Jackson, you are too, and it means the world to me to have this support, to have this community, and please keep coming back. Our mission is not yet accomplished. We're moving that way. We will accomplish it, but it only will keep moving that way forward if y'all keep coming back. So I love you. Please have a good rest of your Friday night. Please come back next year. And thank you so much.